I'm back in my hometown right now, and I discovered these old sketchbooks from over 20 years ago. And I was thinking back to when I did this first portrait ever when I was 18, and I spent so long, I don't know how long, so long rendering all of the features in a mirror, which was really hard to do. And looking through this, what I was really struck by is just like that thread of interest. Like right away, I was totally captivated by rendering the features, and you can see that it looks like a little bit weird, but it still is like a really good start. And then the next assignment in the class, this was actually an animation, was to study, we did some cast drawings, which you can see over here, and then to study the features, the hair and the eyes and the nose and the mouth. And they had us cut out magazines and sort of draw, and the ears, and draw these like, detailed rendering of the features in the magazine. And again, I just absolutely loved doing it. It just captivated me. And then we've got some animation drawings over here. But actually then here's like some more, of the feature studies. And I was also like fascinated with the anatomy. Like when we started learning about the anatomy and sort of, we would draw the outer like shape of a figure from life, like we would draw them from life, and then the assignment would be to put the skeleton into the figure. And I got obsessed with this actually. Like maybe the assignment was to do it once, but I ended up doing like so many of them. And it's just interesting because now I'm like, still putting skeletons into my paintings. I just think it's really interesting how there's this common thread of interest that kind of weaves through our work. And you can kind of like see those threads, like, even from your earliest work. Like this is a drawing, we didn't have to do this. I went in on like a Saturday or multiple days, and I think I spent like 20 hours like drawing this. This is actually it's actually 2 levels. So first I kind of drew this sculpture of the lion and then put tracing paper over it, and carefully with this book that I had, I think it was called Encyclopedia Anatomicae, worked out the like animal bone structure and how it might fit into the sculpture. And it was really hard to do. Yeah, and then we also had a skeleton in class that we would pose, so some of these are just like drawings of the skeleton. And then also studying the structure of the hands and feet. And I've also now like developed handouts, like, about how to draw the hands and the feet. So I really feel like this was like some of the kind of like initial threads of what has like really continued to captivate me. And then years later, these are kind of quicker sketches. I think I was actually sketching out some illustrations from Andrew Loomis's book, Drawing the Face and Figure, which was a really helpful book in learning how to draw the eyes, nose, and mouth. And then these are some quick gesture drawings. Just with ink, actually. I remember I had set myself a goal of drawing something every single day so that I would get better at drawing. This is back in 2006. I'm doing some thumbnails for portraits, sketching out my friends before painting them. These are quicker sketches, just to kind of get a feel for what I was going to paint. And it's just so neat kind of to see back to these sketches. They really like take me back. I think it's like so useful to keep a sketchbook, and and you could even see there's like, let's see what was happening here. This is some of the first attempts to sort of thumbnail out ideas. I was sort of thinking of fruit. I was like, really into, I'm vegan, and I was really thinking about plants and trying to think of interesting setups, and it's just neat to sort of see, and my bird Finny, and then thinking about how now this is like developed into like, I've created these handouts, and people can always go on my YouTube channel and find those handouts about the eyes, nose, and mouth, the construction of them. And I'm also offering a free eye painting webinar on June 8th, which you can sign up for through the link that I'll include in the description. But anyways, I'd love to hear your own experience with sketchbooks. Do you keep a sketchbook, and what's it like when you look back through them from years ago? So definitely leave a comment below.